Oh, hello, my dear friends. In this opportunity, I'm going to show you a little bit of arrow functions, okay? It is clearly defined in JavaScript as a keyword and is a fundamental part in this language, okay? So, uh, it's a shorter way of writing a normal function, first of all, but sometimes in some situation we have to be careful because they behave differently, okay? And it's not supported on Internet Explorer. Like as we can see in developer Mozilla, we got Chrome, Firefox, but other functions they are not supported on Internet Explorer, okay? Because it's a new feature. Now, uh, let's try with some examples, and basically I'm gonna show you some normal functions and then convert them into other functions for you to understand them a little bit better. And at the end I'm gonna show you like when using the this keyword and inside other function how do they behave and using them in normal function, okay, to clarify these points. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, first of all, let's create a new file. Let's call it like arrow.js. Okay, and a new one like index.html. Okay, now here we just put exclamation mark, press tab, and the script to connect to the JavaScript file we just created called arrow.js. Okay, control save. Let's put here like console.log hello, we are connected. Control save. Let's open the browser, inspect the element, console, hello, we are connected. Fine. Now let's create here some functions and try to convert them into arrow functions. Okay, first of all, a function with two parameters. Okay, let's say function x, y, okay, curly braces, that return this let's say the sum of x, y. Okay, let's call this like function sum. Okay, that's it. Now we try to convert it into arrow function. How do we do that? Okay, let's duplicate this. Okay, the first step we need to do is to get rid of the function keyword. Okay, that's it, the first step. The second one is like let's save it into a variable like sum b. Okay, we save it into a variable. After that we you just put the arrow keyword. Okay, don't forget the equal sign here. So this is basically to convert it into an arrow function. After that, when we just have one line inside, we can remove the return keyword, okay, and also the curly braces, and put them into just one single line. Everything after the arrow keyword is assumed to be returned from the function, and this expression is easier to use. Okay, this is the first one with 2 parameters. Let's try like the second one when we have one single parameter. One single parameter. Okay. Let's see function like is shape. Okay, we talk about one single parameter like price, depends on the price, and let's say it returns price is less equals than 50. Okay, it's a normal function. Now we just copy and paste it down. We said that the first step is we just get rid of the function keyword, save it into a variable. Let's say this time is very cheap, is equals to this one. We talk about the arrow keyword is on the right side of the parameter. Okay, and as we have a single line here, we can get rid of the return keyword and the curly braces and put this return element on the right side of the arrow keyword. Okay, this is interesting because with just one single line we can write this function as equals to this is the same. Okay, now with no parameters, it's like with no parameters. Let's say that we got a function like rounded, no parameters, the curly braces, it return like math, like that round. Okay, now as we say before, we just put outside the function keyword, save it into a variable. Let's say let's call this function rounded num is equals to the parameters in the left of the arrow function, like that. That's fine. We save it into a variable here, put the parameter in parentheses here with no parameters, the arrow function, and finally we can get rid of the return keyword and the curly braces also. Okay, I put them in one single line. Okay, that's fine. So now in the second case, when we have one single parameter, we can get rid of the parentheses, and this is a very common when we got in arrow function, when we got one single parameter. Okay, and the arrow functions are very useful when create function with no names, anonymous. Okay, so let's say the fourth case. That's fine. let's say anonymous functions with no names. Okay, let's say we got a document and the method add event listener. Okay, by click we got a function here with no params. Okay, and all it does is like console.log the click elements. Okay, so as before we just duplicate this, Ctrl Shift D, put it a little bit down. Okay, the first thing we need to do is also remove the function keyword. Okay, that's fine. On the right side we just put the arrow function. Now we don't need in this time to save it into a variable. Okay, it's a function, it's an anonymous function. Okay, so all we got here is to remove the curly braces. Okay, like that, and we just put it in the same line. Yeah, we got one line that is the same result that this formal function. Okay, this the arrow function, I said before, they behave differently in some occasion. Okay, why? Well, okay, they redefine the keyword this inside of them, and I'm gonna show you why in the next lecture. Okay, fine. To explain how do the arrow function works with this keyword, I'm gonna show you an example here. So let's create a class. Let's call it like degree of curly braces constructor with field inside. Okay, open curly braces, and let's put that this field is equals to field. Okay, what we got here is a degree class. It takes the field inside the constructor and sets this field into a field. Okay, now I'm gonna show you like this is the first one is arrow function. Arrow function. Okay, let's create like show field arrow function. Okay, now you can think about putting the arrow function keyword here, but we can like set a timeout and it JavaScript, okay, VS Code put them automatically. So it's just what we got here is a delay, and with inside the curly braces we just put console that log arrow, okay, and we add this the fill method, okay. As a delay, we can think about 2 seconds, okay. It's gone in milliseconds, so you have to put 2000, okay. And the second one, we put let's say a regular function here, okay. Let's call it like show fill function, okay, no params, and we can set a timeout, but in this case we just put here function, okay. We need to get rid of the arrow function, then we just put this outside, okay, function, and inside we can basically put console log function, okay, equals like this dot fill, okay, the same, fine. But in this time we need to set like, let's say 3 seconds to see the difference, okay. It's missing one, that's fine. So here we set the timeout function, we console the log function, this field, okay. We close the curly braces, millisecond. Now, are you wondering, both shows the field, okay, after a delay, except they are okay, normal function, okay. At the end we need to create a constant variable, let's say new degree, like mechanical engineering, okay, and we just call both functions fill that show fill arrow, and of course the normal function to call, okay. We got an error here, let's see. We create the class degree, constructor, fill, okay. Now show fill arrow, that's fine. Need to close the curly braces, okay. So we create the class and we got two functions, they both are the same, but the difference is we include this keyword in both of them, okay. At the end we create a variable new degree, save it into the field, and then we call both functions. Okay, now we save it, Control save. Let's go to the console. Okay, Control R. New degree is not defined. Let's see what's happening. New degree is not defined. Let's fill. New. Let's fill equals to. Let's Control save. Control R. Okay, 2 seconds. But what happened here with the normal function is undefined. And why? Because this is different inside of an arrow function and a normal function. As the normal function is called outside down, this keyword has the same scope as a normal function, because when you define a normal function and include this keyword, the normal function redefines the scope as well of this keyword. So let's try like console log this, and also here duplicate it, Control Shift down, the same, Control save. Let's go to the console, Control R. 1, true. It shows the scope from the arrow, and the scope of course is undefined because the scope of when you create a function, a normal function, is the window. Say is the global scope. So Control save. Okay, when using this in normal function, as I said before, it redefines this keyword. Okay, that field inside the normal function is redefined with the scope is called, in this example, is a global scope. For me, it's better to put this down with an arrow function when using this keyword, because this doesn't redefine the scope. So this keyword is inside of the scope of the, for example, an object or the scope of the function that is working with. So I hope you are okay, you are fine with this explanation. It's a really simple example of the difference about regular function and other function when working with this keyword. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.